And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once more, your man Bob Mob, Doc Wild Card. Welcome back to 111. I thought in the previous chapter that this would lead to a bad end. I just wasn't sure. I had to try it. But not gonna try to fix the generator because, oh jeez. I hope Martin doesn't end up dead. Oh, I was the generator in my villa. I know you. Did I join you? Never did argue with Martin, especially since two of them basically met in the pitch dark. Generator's in the basement. Grab a flashlight and follow me, but now you know the ball at the back of your head. So I'm sort of like the level of start for making something stronger from out of time. No sweat, I got this. I could see the glow of lantern moved away from us. So it was gone altogether. It took my eyes a while to get used to that. I heard door creak. Apparently the one leads to the basement. Looked closer and saw a man to listen for noises from the basement. Those were mind their own businesses. Though I couldn't see it when the darkness. Oh my goodness, what is that? Did you break something? Are you afraid? Girls made padded noise. Their anxious voices come one after another, filling the room. So loud noise from now aside. What happened in there? See you later, I'm hooking up Henry with this whiskey like he says. Please don't scare me like that. I'll someone fall in the dark. Dang, baby, how much you gonna scare us? Don't get it twisted. Even a man don't get shook like that. Don't worry, I'll pour some whiskey for Henry. Pleasant sound. Hey, y'all want a drink while I'm back here sleeping, booze? Agatha, you look like you could use a little courage in that cup of yours. Father Miles got used to the darkness. Now I could see the girls and guys. Turns out they were all gathered in the restaurant. The darkness brings us close together. How paradoxical. And I was working behind the bar. Indeed, he has a point. Booze dims the mind. Especially if it's something heavy like whiskey. I don't think alcohol is appropriate right now. We need to keep everyone sober. I'd love to drink something soft. Whiskey is pure. Oh, let me hear all the last drum to these. Tomato juice. Oh, she's. Right, yeah, she's probably 18. I can't drink alcohol yet. Do you have any juice? Make me an energy cocktail. So we're too cocky. You're not fell into your own trap. Just in case. Okay, yeah, I really don't think it's worth drinking ever, pretty much. If it's, like, to get drunk. I know I'll work back my hand, but if I still live down bound, Doc, don't blame me. Now, like a skillful conductor, controlled the chaos of bottles, glasses, and shakers, creating cocktail symphony orchestras. I could see almost nothing in the darkness, but I moved with precise confidence. I mixed in one cocktail, other hand was already reaching for the juice and squeezed fresh juice from Amanda. Without stopping working, she picked up a salt rimmed glass with her left hand and precise metering, poured light cocktail into the shaker. I barely had time to admire her skill when something flashed from her. Hey! I jumped this flash and went towards the basement. Neil locked me down the way. From the basement stairs came a frantic stomping sound. Someone was climbing up in a hurry, barely looking under their feet and occasionally stumbling. There were several steps before moving towards the noise. Henry came out with a flashlight. It was almost noticeable. There was something frightening about such a strong and healthy man. His spirits was genuine terror. And I was helping him up. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Apparently, Oh, jeez. He pulled the lever. He pulled. Henry, look at me. What's wrong? Who pulled? What the hell's going on here, Henry? Henry slowed. His face was blank. The Ned just stood there dazed. Henry, huh? What's going on? Don't scare me like that. Henry walked over to the Luger stand, grabbed the first bottle and got his hands on it. After a few seconds, took a sip from his throat. He sat down and tail close to him and said in a calm voice, Yeah, I was afraid of that. He pulled it and there's water. There's a leak somewhere. There's water all over the floor and he pulled the lever. He was electrocuted. They had apparently already gone down to the basement before a voice came from there. How did he manage to electrocute himself? Jerry's out poured, not in the water. How should I know? He just yanked. There was a barely perceptible flash of a very scary sound. Like a cracker hissed, that was the end of it. And then he fell. What the hell is this? There's wire in the water. Bad! Where's the water come from? Maybe it climbed back up. It turned dull. Wire hung on the ceiling. Someone ripped it out of the groove. Maybe it fell by accident. I have a look at it. Sorry. Oh my god! Don't touch this thing. I'm afraid. Never struck the ball with sudden fury, making it shake and make a soft, loud sound. Can't be! Why would there be water there? Nothing ever leaked there. Why the hell did you send the generator instead of doing it yourself, eh? What are you implying? I'm not insinuating, I'm telling you straight up. It's your house, it's your problem, it's up to you to fix them. I guess he has a point there. Didn't know what to say, but if we think about it that way, it does look suspicious. One died while pulling the electricity. How come Henry himself wasn't there? Stop it! A person just died in front of him. Leave him alone. Jackals have more self-control than you do. Right, let's get to the lake back first. We can do something about Martin. Can't just lie there in the water. Agreed. Guys, get him upstairs. Amelia, I'll help you in the light. Okay, but I could have done it myself. Went down to the basement. Oh, damn. Didn't expect this kind of a visual. Yikes. Guns continued to rage outside the window, lighting up room from time to time. Noticed the body on the floor. The basement had become a rain pool. Instead of waiting for the guys to carry the body of Martin upstairs, Amelia fiercely stepped into the water. Of course, the room was de-energized. There was no threat. Now Martin thought as much. He lay there, head submerged in the murky water. Now Martin had thought such was. Now he lay there submerged in the murky water, and it seemed to have attached the basement to be a window. There was already pacing the water. She stepped over the once alive man began to prepare to examine the generator. The fine Celeste admired bravery, criticized recklessness. Pulling the cable out of the water made it wipe the wires clean with a dry rag, removing excess moisture and avoid short circuit. Now all I had to do was push the ill-fated switch. Before it happened, I could have triple-checked, but Amelia pulled the knob as if nothing happened. Lights flickered on, the sound of rain outside the window was joined by the sound of the generator. Head upstairs, but judging by the noise, he discussed was already in full swing. When the lights came on, everyone rejoiced unconcealed. Only Henry snatched the whole bottle instead of a glass of whiskey and sat apart from everyone else. Now sits down beside him and comforts him. The rest of us, on the other hand, are seated in a mixed circle. So you're saying that the wires were deliberately cut and lowered into the water? You sure it's not an accident? Big guy wasn't lying. It wasn't enough to just throw the water on the floor. You had to flood the basement somehow. There was an open window near the ceiling. No wonder the water quickly flooded the floor since the stone. How we don't know if it was intentionally opened. The window is a very good point. If it wasn't broken, it was just open. It was clearly man-made, not nature. Can't believe someone do this on purpose. Sometimes the answer will see right in the eye. This is all too complicated. I wouldn't think such a thing. The one who killed Linda. Huh. It would be easy for the military, but they wouldn't do that. Our military anyway, never kills innocents. Neither do cops. Our cops anyway. America's cops. Can't presume to speak for other countries. But yeah. That is an interesting point. Huh. But I don't want to say that when he's not, like, there's no reason to suspect him. Can't imagine who would do that. Well, that feels not that phrase now. How about taking turns? Hey, yo, listen up. We need a decision here. No time for democracy. It was clear back in the door. Pain expressed on his face. It seemed seriously great. It wasn't him who was cute. I stood by and at least somehow stopped the aggression from the guys. I'll ask you again, Henry. Why in the world would you let him go ahead of you? Henry, look at the situation from that point of view. You went to tell Jeremy and the other guy under the water. Now he's dead. Dear, I beg you to note that you have moved directly to accusations. Well, that's not necessarily an accusation, but it is suggested him. And I note that some of them are made in a rather expressive manner. He stopped dodging the question. Now, what do you want to hear? I didn't ask him to get into the water, and I didn't even ask him to get into the damn basement. How was I supposed to know? If I had known, I would never go down there. Really? Why would Henry kill him? And in this way? It's trying to reason with everyone. So small, he wasn't afraid to stay himself without creating the imaginary wall between the guys and Henry. I, on the other hand, continued to watch from the sidelines. If you decide to become a lawyer because an expert on motives for murder, we're all seeing each other for the first time, so no one has a motive. I know what's in his head. We haven't seen each other for the first time. Why is the killer necessary one of us? Could he be out there on the street? One of the tourists? Just one of the locals? If so, how do you get into the basement? You couldn't have opened the window from outside. Some guys' arguments are justified, but they admit take that and chap that you could only go into the basement, not only through the window. The door was the basement on the first floor, but didn't put guards there. Maybe it's just a coincidence, an accident, nothing more. Martin seems like a harmless kid to me. However, he has rich parents, right? Could this be somebody's intention? Still borders run deep to every works beyond. Okay, I can't say that. That just. Who knows what friends might have had Henry's I had? I don't know what to say. Her body had been found in the restaurant. Now there's going to be an investigation, which could have had a negative impact on the establishment on her as well. She suddenly came out of her stupor, tried to put out a Charles smile on her face instead. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna get them roots steady. So ain't gonna let up till dawn. I can feel my bones. Sound good? Are you okay? We can take care of ourselves or anything. Nah, thanks though, you. It's their house, so I gotta take care of everything myself. Plus, we'll sleep there. That way, the time will fly by faster. So maybe we should go pairing up no one's alone. Once the thing has begun, I will stay awake. Good idea. I hope the showers work in the rooms because they were really dirty in that basement. Oh no, that's a good idea. Thank you. I would say no to a warm bed. That. Can I get a higher phone number? Don't laugh. I just don't like being on the second or first floor, so. I didn't mind going by myself. The only thing I wanted to do that day was forget as soon as possible. But the group's fierce enthusiasm for going to the rooms made me uncomfortable. Everything that happened today was no accident. At least I think it was. We should worry about protecting ourselves first before we worry about sharing a warm bed. I don't need a pair. I better get a bottle, at least something good in this terrible day. Who's with me? Justin got up his seat and staggered toward the bar. No one followed. I can protect one of the girls tonight. Ouch. Poor dude. All the girls turned away as if accused of not to. So as not to make Alexander's squeeze. He in turn took his head and supportedly into it for the fireplace. Suddenly the TV went out and several lights in the ceiling flashed past the way. The lights in the room slowly dimmed. Not normally in horror movies, this is when lightning strikes and thunder is heard outside the window. In our case, that didn't happen, but it was creepy enough without it. Henry had been sitting on a poor little bit course since then. Got up and walked over to the bar. From the first look at him, I could tell he was troubled. Took a bow from the can, poured himself a drink, and started to look at his glass without turning his head in a monotone. You're not happy yet. There's enough fuel in the generator for a couple of hours, and then we'll be in the dark again. I'm sorry. Maybe it's not the best time to drink. Now, could you please fill the generator? Refill? I thought it was on battery. Damn it, does anything in this house work? Oops, jeez. Yeah, okay. Well, the show goes on. Isn't there anything we could do? It could be fueled and the light switched on. Looked around anxiously. Even in the darkness, I could feel the fear gripping everyone. The lights went out again at the worst possible time. Of course you can, huh? Ain't nobody thought it would come to this, though. Candles lit in the darkness. Renata handed them to illuminate the room. She passed the lighter and another candle to Amelia. Began in her hand, she would keep the candles on the tables. Is this true? Somehow too many coincidences on a level playing field. That's right, the fuel for the generators in the dockhouse. You gotta be kidding me! How much gasoline is enough for us? Light bulbs abruptly turned off and white pair of dim candles began to illuminate the room. Apparently not for too long. Well, ain't no need to freak out just yet. I think it's time to pack. I feel kind of bad. Now all was left in the restaurant was the room and the red pulse and flickering light of the fireplace flame. Amanda was shifting nervously around from foot to foot. We all had obvious reasons to be excited and why he was alright. Who? He was supposed to see. I quickly took those and decided to be cameras in her own hands. Do we have any more candles? Several figures barely discernible in the darkness moved toward the fireplace. Now leaving the kitten up over her head. Let's turn on his flashlight and point him under his feet. Like moss, they all crowded around him. Not one to remain in pitch darkness. Hope fuel from the generators is stock there. I won't be wanting to go for there for nothing. Yeah, like Henry said, fuel stand by the dock. Didn't want to keep no flammable stuff in the big house. Ever since the table proving the grit was a classic hot liquor blessing us for the journey. Must be for safety reasons, right? Kind of ironic. Oh, I see. Who'll go there? Interesting. Yeah, let's just see what this does. Why didn't anyone talk me out of this idea? Put my record and open the door for the store. Just by downpour, the weather the only worse. I could understand my impulse to go anywhere. We're stupid and cowardly refused. Could be my conscience, my desire to be a hero. In fact, we could easily spend this night without light. Except this leads to another dead end. Like a literal dead end. Walk carefully down the path that led to the cottage near the pier. My chest an irritating feeling of anxiety was growing. My thoughts were treacherously confused. Anxiety makes me fear the unknown. When I got to the cabin, I turned around and saw his cross behind me. It sounded like the wind had picked up a dry branch off a tree. I tried to take my mind off the thoughts instead of getting so wound up. So I started to suspect the air. I opened up the door and stepped inside. As far as I remember, there I was next to the tool table. Which there was something else. I hope there's nothing else left. It was either stuck to the floor. Oh man. It was either stuck to the floor completely full. I screwed the cap on the neck and made a pleasant gasoline sound washed through me. There were empty canisters next to it, which is where I intended to pour the fuel with a hose. What a struggle I managed to get the hose down the throat. Grab a canister. I'll smell the big gasoline. It took a few seconds to go dirty. While I was refueling, I heard some noise behind me again, behind the walls. Finally, I poured the fuel into a large canister and set it aside. I was about to spread, found a rag pan to wipe my hands with. So I heard the noise again. Now a sword's coming from outside. I decided to go outside and see what the noise was, so I went to the door. I tried to get more even. The force I put into it wouldn't open. Saw something fly through the jar window full of shattering. Oh damn, I was afraid that might be the case where I heard shattering. A Molotov cocktail or something, apparently. Turned my head to the sun. The flames blazing brightly. Quick burst of flame would go through and run around. The smoke from the fire filled the whole house. My heart clenched. Instantly, I was hard to breathe. All-consuming fire, the pain of hell. And with that pain, I was alone. Something has to be done. Okay, jeez. Okay, save. Here we go. Okay, useless. Oh, jeez. Useless achievement unlocked. It just says useless. Time burned alive. Oh, jeez. There's no escape achievement unlocked. It also says that for that. There's no escape. Where was that again? Yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah, I didn't think that would actually do anything. Oh, right, okay, oh, man. Here we go. What about in here? Oh, damn. Here we go. Sledgehammer. We have to use sledgehammer. Oh, jeez. Next blood broke through the lid of their flesh air. Oh, jeez, yeah, let me just see. There's gotta be some way, I imagine, getting out of that. Load from here. What's the... Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay, come on, work with me here, game. Because I want to be able to keep anyone else from getting burnt to death. What's this do? Okay, no, that's not gonna work, is it? Here we go. Nothing useful in the box. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, man. What's this? Wrench. Oh, man. What's this? Okay, yeah, it wouldn't work, would it? Here we go. The window. Oh, right here. Here we go. No. Please, no. What's this? JC boys. Okay, fine. I guess there's no other way, is there? I have to have someone else go, and don't I? Okay, well, yeah, Henry might be the one behind all this, so. Alright, yeah, there you go. Excuse me, ladies, but I'm already pretty wasted. Now it'd be good if I could see if I'm not going alone. Okay. Okay, then. Yeah, I suppose so. Alright, one recon. It's not the first time for me. But the rest of you need to stop ruminating and do something useful. Not only tea for everyone. I need to stay sharp. Henry, Roseman's chair with determination. Seemed to have calmed down already. Okay, my house, my problems. I'll walk you out, especially since the two of us will bring me more fuel. I mean, you need to take a breather. It looks like you're about to pass out something. Thanks, Lab. I'm responsible for what's going on. It's up to me to fix it. What are we waiting for? Every day I was in to put on the raincoats and a few seconds away from the restaurant. I felt kind of embarrassed that I directed them there. In fact, we could have had a quiet night without lights. I know, right? What gives? Basement. Outside the kitchen. Yeah, save because I don't know what to do right now. Okay, that worked, okay. Okay, so, sure, I guess. Oh, interesting. Interesting indeed. What's this? There's a person real brief knocked on the door, most immediately. Okay, who's there? This is you. Oh, what do you want? I just wanted to talk to you. Very tired this one day. Maybe it was the power outage, and maybe that pushy temper bag for the window opened the door for me. Yeah, what? Oh. Okay, Oh, interesting. Tried to pull the knob to one punch. Gives a man to like a lot of people out yourself and fell asleep. It's been a rough day, it's not hard to understand. When I came downstairs, I sat down at one table and calmed my gaze to the burning candle and immersed myself in my thoughts. My gaze fed upon some material raised napkins of my deep childhood, I remember school credits followed by a funny idea. Oh? Interesting. Nice. 10 minutes later, I was walking down the hall to a manager's room, one white rose out with a soft napkin. Yeah, indeed, there you go. For some reason, I want to please man to see a smile on her face. After all, at her young age, you don't be suffering enough fear. I want to be close to her, come right to the door, I'm having Dr. be waiting. Okay. Well, it's been a quiet day, so I would have locked myself into. Went pretty through over what I wandered through the corridor a bit, started to leave this idea behind. Sat down at the tables and hall creeped, seeing my face and began to rest myself, my thoughts. Man, she's a sweet, bright girl. First time I ever met her, I was fascinated by her carefree smile and brightness. Fine, what happens right now? May I say saved? Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna save that just in case. So cars can only be afforded by wealthy people. There's at least this size of the club. Oh, come on. Paris is comical if you leave this logical. Okay, whatever. In any case, I can't hear one yet. At least I'm not this way. No way. Not there. Okay, I guess. Let's see what else can be done. I just watched outside. A cold dog just outside the window kept me awake. As long as by a fireplace, I felt safe. Looking at the embers, I had an interesting idea. What if I could eat up some food and invite the others to the fireplace table? You could can from the table straight toward the kitchen. Hold the candle firmly like a sword, I knocked on the door. Perhaps when I left the room, the dog decided to host. Went into the kitchen and started to light up the cells of cat taps like a hostess. Wouldn't be just a host because this guy, hostess, implies female. There were apples, there was some bread, but I didn't see any serious food. Apples and bread are both very serious food. Apples are where I know my street play in real life is I'm a shaman, working with plants on like a spiritual level. Pot was on the stove before I could lift the lid, but I called out to me. What's up with you? Why are you here by yourself? Get away from me. Interesting. Let me see how long I've been recording though. Yeah, to keep you in suspense now. But yeah, to keep this from getting too long, that's going to be the end of this chapter, ladies and gentlemen. So if you do what I'm doing, please consider subscribing, and I'll sit back fairly well.